Welcome back to Know Your Myths, Smite Edition. Today we will be reviewing Bakasura. Bakasura is a rather easy god to describe, and for you, the audience, to consume. Bakasura falls under the classification of Asura, neither god nor deva. He's also one of the most short-lived Asura in all of mythology, but also one of the most horrendous. Devouring everything he sees into his bottomless stomach, he gorges himself on animals, plants, and especially humans. Oh, how he loves humans. Bakasura is a gluttony incarnate, and he's proud of it. Nothing could satisfy his eternal hunger, like endlessly feeding on the poor sacks of meat that dare oppose him. However, it is man that overcomes this terrible monster, swiftly and fiercely defeating him in man-to-man or monster battle. The story of gluttony, Bakasura, ends in the outskirts of a city named Ekachakra. But let's begin from an easier viewpoint, that of the protagonist, the Pandavas. As they and their mother Kunti were exiled from their homeland, they sought to find a new home. That's when they reached a quiet town on the outskirts of Ekachakra. They shared a home with a couple of villagers, a very nice and humble family who seemed to be harboring a destructive secret. One day, while the Pandavas were away, Kunti's curiosity got the best of her, and she wanted to find out what the matter was. The lady of the house informed Kunti about the demon in the forest, who would consume all it saw. The chief had come up with a deal to keep Bakasura from destroying the village. He would send a cart full of food for Bakasura to eat each day. They quickly learned that Bakasura not only ate the food, but ate whoever brought the cart with it. This is when the mother began to weep, informing Kunti of her misfortune. "Tomorrow is my son's turn to deliver to Bakasura," said the mother. Kunti stated, soon after, "Do not cry, for my son has defeated countless demons, and we will send him in place of your son." Immediately as the Pandavas returned home, Kunti instructed one of the Pandavas, Bhima, to deliver the cart to the monstrosity. This is where the story gets fun. Once Bhima arrived in the forest, he began to engulf the food meant for Bakasura. As soon as the Asura learned of this, he pounced on Bhima, threatening to eat him. He charged at Bhima and began a barrage of attacks, screaming and roaring about his insatiable hunger. Bhima laughed this off, and they battled day and night. Bhima eventually overcame Bakasura and triumphantly crushed him. He tied the corpse to the cart and dragged it all through the city, showcasing his newly won battle. And thus, that ends the story of Bakasura. In Smite, Bakasura is a physical melee AD god, basically an assassin, and true to his name, he leaps into battle, devours his enemy monsters, and gains an increase in his attack speed for everything he kills. Combining all these skills with the power of his true damage from his butcher blades, and he's a force to be reckoned with. His ultimate ability is One Fear, regurgitating the last 6 NPCs he's eaten and slowing the target in front of him. He proceeds to show his true face and chomping at everything in his path. Even after his death, Gluttony makes his return, engulfing everything in sight.